In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. We begin with the blessed name of Allah, the one who is most kind and most merciful. Assalamu Alaikum wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Respected viewers, after the Maghrib prayer, if this tasbeeh recitation is read just once in any home, every child of that house becomes a millionaire. Yes, my dear viewers, if this one spiritual practice, this one tasbeeh, is recited after Maghrib prayer, the entire household will be blessed with such abundance that wealth will pour in from every direction. Angels of sustenance will bring sustenance and money from unseen sources. You only need to spare a few seconds after Maghrib and recite it exactly as I instruct. By Allah's will, you will live your life surrounded by wealth and ease. Wherever you are in the world, in any city or country, as soon as Maghrib prayer ends, you may recite this spiritual practice while still seated on your prayer mat. Or, if you wish, recite it any time between Maghrib and Isha, but do it before the call to Isha prayer. If someone forgets to read it immediately after Maghrib, they may still do so during the time between Maghrib and Isha. My brothers, sisters, and companions, try this practice just once in your life, today itself. See the miracle with your own eyes. Wealth and sustenance will begin to search for you, just as a thirsty man searches for water. And if it doesn't rain wealth upon you from every direction, then you may tell me so. Those who say your luck is bad, your destiny is weak, or that you can never prosper, today, after doing this practice, you will show them how Allah makes His servant wealthy. Those who are drowning in debt, surrounded by financial burdens, those whom creditors are demanding repayment from. I bring to you this true and powerful spiritual practice from the treasures of Allah. It is an act that can instantly release you from debt by Allah's will. Place your trust in Allah, the Lord of honor, and perform it exactly as instructed. Insha'Allah, you will raise your hands in gratitude for the rest of your life. Whatever you have not been able to achieve so far, Insha'Allah, you will receive it after this one practice. If your lifetime of hardships doesn't end after doing this once, then I take responsibility. To those who complain that they've done many practices and spiritual practices but seen no result, I say, perform this small act today as I describe, and Insha'Allah, you will find yourself weeping in thankfulness. If the locked doors of destiny do not open within a single day, then you may hold me accountable. And to my suffering sisters, those facing poverty and illness due to financial stress, do not lose hope. Do not give up. With complete trust in Allah, perform this simple practice as I describe and witness the miracle with your own eyes. This is not something that requires hours or even minutes. You don't need to set aside your entire day. As soon as Maghrib prayer is completed, before Isha begins, recite this practice. You may read it every day after Maghrib, or even once in your life. But I assure you, if you do it once, you will make it a daily habit for life. Those who say their practices never work, or that they are tired of reciting without results, this time, perform it with full faith in Allah, just once, and it is impossible that you will not become prosperous. Even those who have no source of income, no support, and have been abandoned because of their poverty, they too must perform this practice. Inshallah, the same people who once disrespected you will start honoring you and holding you in high regard. Today, people bow to wealth, but remember, life is not only about money. Once, a rich father took his son to a distant village to show him how poor people live. They spent a day with a humble farmer. On the way back, the father asked his son, "What lesson did you learn from seeing their poverty?" The boy replied, "We have a swimming pool, but they have a flowing river. We have one book, and these are a long list of treasures that have no connection with wealth." Life's hustle and chaos aren't all about money. Even if you have less of it, life can still be deeply meaningful and beautiful. We spend our entire lives running after wealth, losing precious people in the pursuit of material things. We push away living hearts so we can collect lifeless possessions, trying to make ourselves look taller by standing on heaps of things. In the chase for money, luxury, status, and fame, lines appear on our faces, silver shines in our hair, and our strength begins to fade. Sometimes we gain all we seek, and sometimes all our hard work bears no fruit. But even after achieving everything, we realize that peace, sincerity, love, and belonging have quietly slipped away from our lives. That's when we understand the worthlessness of money and realize that true wealth is not material. Those who live in grand, luxurious houses are not always content, for wealth brings with it illnesses and troubles. It can buy everything, but it cannot give the ability to truly enjoy it. There is a Punjabi proverb, "Those with large heads have large headaches." The more wealth one has, the more worries and complications come with it. Unknown fears, hidden anxieties, nameless depressions. These are the colors of a so-called luxurious life. Doctors' checkups, prescriptions, files full of lab reports, and sleeping pills. All have become part of this lifestyle. They say the real poor person is the one without friends. Without true companions, life is dull and tasteless. Friends help in hardship, share in sorrow, and multiply your happiness. No gathering can replace the joy of genuine friendship, and sincere friends cannot be bought in any market. After a long day's hard work, the smiling faces of one's children remove all fatigue. Their innocent talk, laughter, and hugs fill the home with love. Their upbringing, even their playful mischief, turn a house into a fortress of affection, a place where streams of love flow endlessly. Parents who pray selflessly, a wife who cares and stands beside you through hardship and ease, and siblings who share your joys and sorrows. These are priceless blessings. Even if money is less, life's charm does not fade. So stop thinking that everything in life revolves around wealth. Be content with what Allah has given you, and continue praying for success and progress. Respected viewers, those whose households are struggling, those buried in debt, today I will tell you of a practice so powerful that you will be astonished. Before this practice, worldly wealth means nothing. If you ask the generous Lord today for the treasures of the world, He can fill your hands with them. Include this practice in your life at all costs. If for any reason you neglect it today, believe me, you will regret it for life. You will say, "Alas, I was given the chance and I wasted it." Because for this practice, there is no restriction of day or place, only the time matters. It must be read after Maghrib prayer, either immediately afterward or before the Isha prayer. For example, if you pray Maghrib in the mosque and forget to perform the practice there, you may read it later while walking or working, as long as it's before Isha. My sisters who pray Maghrib at home, if you forget after prayer, you may still read it any time before Isha. You can do it daily or even 3 times a month. There's no strict rule, but it must be done in the time between Maghrib and Isha, because during this period, supplications are never rejected. Whoever performs this practice between Maghrib and Isha has never complained of failure. By Allah's command, everyone who has performed this act has always raised their hands in gratitude, and wealth has continued to flow toward them. The one who performs this practice after Maghrib, even once in life, remains surrounded by abundance forever. This is my personal experience. I have told this practice to many troubled brothers and sisters, and countless people have found relief through it. Whenever I share something, it's because many before you have witnessed miracles through it. If you don't believe my words, then try it once and then tell me yourself that it truly works. Whoever has performed this practice has told me our situation changed, our poverty disappeared, our problems were solved. My dear brothers and sisters, this is that one practice, the one that transforms destinies. Those who have tried many spiritual practices and seen no result, when they did this one, their lives changed within minutes. Doors of destiny opened instantly, and wealth and sustenance began to search for them like a thirsty person searches for water. If your home doesn't fill with blessings after this practice, then you may hold me accountable. If rainfalls of abundance don't begin to shower over you, then you may tell me I was wrong. But perform it once, and then you will say yourself, this truly was the real practice, the one we had been waiting for, the one that changed our lives. Even today, many brothers and sisters testify that this spiritual practice, performed after Maghrib prayer, never leaves its reader waiting for results. The spiritual practice shows its effect immediately, and it quickly fulfills the needs, desires, and wishes of the person who performs it. Dear viewers, now I am going to explain this practice step by step. Please understand each word and each sentence carefully, so that when you perform it, there remains no mistake or deficiency of any kind. Understanding the practice is even more important than reciting it, because if you don't understand it properly, you might make errors while performing it. So please pay attention and understand every part clearly before you begin. As I told you, this practice should be done right after the Maghrib prayer, or between Maghrib and Isha. If you do it right after Maghrib, you'll already be seated on your prayer mat, so you can perform it right there. Whether you're in your shop, your office, the mosque, or anywhere you can sit peacefully, begin there. First, recite any Durood Shareef once. It only takes about 15 to 25 seconds to complete this entire practice. For me, it takes around 15 seconds. It may take you a few seconds more or less. So take out just 15 to 20 seconds, and with complete trust in Allah Almighty, begin the practice. You can read any Durood Shareef you know. If you know Durood Ibrahimi, read that, or say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, or say Allahumma Salli ala Muhammad wa ala Ali Muhammad. Once you recite Durood Shareef once, you begin the first spiritual practice. Hold your tasbeeh, rosary in your hand. If you don't have one, count on your right hand fingers. First spiritual practice. Recite Ya Allahu, Ya Allahu, Ya Allahu 7 times. This is the King of Wealth spiritual practice, the one that fills homes with sustenance and blessings. You can read it in your own tone or style, either on tasbeeh beads or by counting on your fingers. After completing this first part, 7 times Ya Allah, move on to the next. Second spiritual practice, recite Ya Hakeemu, Ya Hakeemu, Ya Hakeemu 11 times. This is another powerful spiritual practice, full of divine wisdom and barakah. It brings wealth, relief, and abundance by Allah's permission. Once you've recited Ya Hakeem 11 times, move to the third and very special spiritual practice. Third spiritual practice, recite La ilaha illa Anta Subhanaka, inni kuntu minaz-zalimeen 7 times. This is the same supplication recited by Prophet Yunus alayhi salam in the belly of the whale, a tested and miraculous prayer that removes hardships and attracts Allah's mercy immediately. Fourth and final spiritual practice, recite Astaghfirullah 7 times. Seek forgiveness from Allah with sincerity and humility. Then finally, recite Durood Shareef once more to complete the practice. After completing this routine, raise your hands and make supplication for whatever you wish. Inshallah, every prayer you make will be accepted swiftly by Allah's grace. If this video or practice benefited you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the Islamic Spiritual Practice channel for more. And dear viewers, for barakah, blessing, and ease in sustenance, write in the comments one of the beautiful 99 names of Allah. Jazakallah khair.